So welcome to the first video from my new apartment, although you're not going to see very much of it at the moment, but you are going to see someone called Luigi, who, among other things, is generous-hearted, good fun and banter, and is able to drive in Japan, which has been invaluable to me, getting all the stuff to kit out my apartment. Luigi, tell us a bit about yourself. What are you doing in Japan?
Absolutely.
Where are you
So
from?
I came as a missionary for a 6 months placement to be a writer for a Spanish social media account. So they send me to like different ministries in the area of Tohoku, Japan, just to see what's going on,
Yep.
interview people, and just invite people to come to Japan. It's been a great trip. I'm almost done.
Nearly done. 5 months gone already.
5 months gone already.
gonna
have
be
to come
sad.
back. Gonna have to send more people.
Yeah, going to be sad. And where are you from?
I'm from Guatemala, not American.
This is important facts.
I just
Guatemalan.
deceive people with my accent. Just watching so much TV.
Yeah, and you're actually very useful for me as well, buying all of this stuff and sorting out various things, because Luigi actually speaks very good Japanese as far as I'm concerned.
So he needed the word for chicken in Japanese, which is chicken.
It's totori.
But that's how you sell it. That's how you
Yeah,
buy it. Chicken.
Yeah. Obviously, one thing which I think is really important living in Japan is a healthy diet, and a healthy diet obviously means lots of protein, and the easiest form of protein is fried chicken. And fried chicken is all over the place in Japan, because almost it seems on every corner there's a convenience store which is open 24/7. There's 4 different convenience stores here in Hirosaki. You've got 7-Eleven, you've got Family Mart, you've got Lawson's, and you've got Mini Stop? Mini Stop. That's a bit rarer, but it does exist here. And they all sell fried chicken at a really, really cheap price. Basically, one piece of fried chicken like this is kind of only really about £1 in the UK, just over £1. And so that's really, really good value. And so as part of having a clearly healthy diet, getting all the protein that we need and some good fats as well to keep us warm as winter approaches, and some classy Dr. Pepper, the drink of legends, we're going to try out all of these different fried chickens and discern which is the best fried chicken. Family Mart is the one closest to the church where we're ministering, but there's others nearby as well. So which Japanese convenience store fried chicken is the best? But how can you figure that out? You need a control, and we have the perfect control.
Yes. I mean, we have to ground ourselves in something that everyone knows.
Everyone knows KFC. And today we went into KFC, and there was a special menu, because today of all days is a fortuitous day. It is Colonel's Day. Today is the day where we celebrate the birthday of the Colonel of Fried Chicken, who made all the chicken finger-licking good. And so we're going to start off, we're going to try one piece of the Colonel's Celebration Day chicken, and then we're going to compare, rate it out of 10, try some other fried chicken, and see how it goes from there. Awesome.
Oh, let's do this.
I've not had KFC for over 2 months now, so actually I'm quite excited about this.
It's very popular here in Japan.
Yeah.
Like you always hear it of people getting it for Christmas.
Yes.
That's the Christmas thing.
The
for me.
Christmas meal is KFC. Do you want to grab yourself
Alright.
a piece of chicken?
Ooh.
I can already say this looks a little different to the UK. It's got a lot more like pepper spice, I think, black bits in it. So already looks a little different. But let's give this a nice try.
Yeah. That is fried chicken.
It's fried chicken, and it tastes very similar to UK KFC. Maybe a little different, but very similar to UK KFC. How about KFC and places that you've
It
been?
tastes similar, but here they use a lot of dark meats,
Mm.
which I really enjoy that they do. So it's a bit juicier. The spice is not as strong,
Yeah,
It's nice.
It's milder than even in the UK. When I looked at it, I thought this is going to be spicier in the UK, but actually, it's not. It's milder.
Which is surprising. Because I hear you guys are not so much into spices.
British people do have a reputation for that, and having Crohn's disease, I especially have a reputation for not really being super into spicy food. Makes me very ill. But this is good. I could definitely do some more KFC.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have one more bite and then we'll see how we think.
I'm just cleansing my palate with some medicine. I need Dr. Pepper. I haven't had a Dr. Pepper in years.
Dr. Pepper in Japan is amazing. I'm probably going to do a short video on it at some point. But it's a bit different to the UK, because in the UK you have, I believe, 23 different flavours, 24 different flavours. And here, there's only 20 flavours in Dr. Pepper. So they've removed some of the flavours that make it so iconic. It still tastes very nice, tastes broadly similar, but I think they've probably removed the licorice and aniseed, which, yeah, people in East Asia don't tend to be too keen on licoricey, aniseedy
that makes sense.
kind of flavours.
Yeah. Our fingers are going to be so greasy by the end of this.
Yeah, I'm going to fill up my bin with greasy paper towels. I think for me, that KFC was a solid 8 out of 10. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I could
that is an 8 out of 10. Like, I could just
eat it.
Stuff myself with that and then call it a day. Be like, let's do the video another day.
Yeah. But there's lots of other things to try. And you reckon 7-Eleven is probably the next
My
place.
bet is on 7-Eleven. They have not failed me yet.
Okay.
Family Mart is more of a comfort for me because it's so close to the church.
Yep.
So that's where my bets are. What about you?
I think Family Mart for me is probably going to be the nicest. I've not had 7-Eleven's fried chicken like this before. I've only had like the chicken nuggets that you get in a box with a cocktail stick. So trying their actual fried chicken, it's going to be good. We're going to give that.
How about we try one of the other two first and kind of like leave that for.
Ooh, we could.
Why
don't we try the ones?
The mini stop.
The mini stop.
Okay.
Now we got two there. One of which was hot, like spicy,
and
one wasn't. So I'm going to give the spice to the Guatemalan.
Apparently we can handle our spice. I mean the rest of Guatemala, not me. We'll see where we end up.
This is good. Luigi's actually been doing a lot of cooking. The short-term workers, the Serve Asia workers at the church, all take part in the cooking rota. As an associate, I'm avoiding that for their health and their benefit.
Yes.
Luigi Rowe, always fantastic food, always lots of protein, but not as much protein as this meal.
Oh no.
So, mini stop.
Mini stop. Not as spicy as I thought it was going to be.
Not spicy at all.
I wonder why.
Quite chewy.
You know, something I really like about fried chicken here is that on the outside it looks dried out. Like, you look at it, I mean, like, this is going to be the driest thing ever in my mouth. But then you take a bite. It's just so flavorful.
It's actually quite juicy on the inside. But this is very chewy. Mine is very chewy. Not necessarily bad, but...
Is it a bit too chewy?
Yeah.
Top contender for chewiest fried chicken of the day.
Do you like fried chicken and chewing gum? Maybe mini stop is the place to go.
Could be. Try the spicy one.
I'd probably give that.
I would give that a 4, yeah.
A 4 out of 10.
Which might be because we started with KFC.
It goes. That is the control group. And also, in all the other convenience stores, all of these are actually kept heated at the counter for you. But at Mini Stop, it was actually just outside, so we had to microwave it ourselves, which was good because today I bought a microwave from Don Quixote.
Especially for this, you know,
yeah,
for the fried chicken. Like, there's no other reason.
The only reason to have a microwave in your apartment in Japan is to reheat fried chicken. That's clearly the message. Okay, well let's try Lawson's.
Lawson. I have kind of high expectations for these. Like, I love the little nuggets they have with cheese on it. It's amazing. I have not tried their regular
fried chicken.
Feels a bit soft. Okay, that is different.
That's really different. This is a lot more red meat, a lot more dark meat
Yes.
than was in the mini stock.
There's a lot more grease.
Yeah, this is Grease Town for sure. It definitely tastes like it's worth £1.50.
I can feel it.
Like 40 pence in that is the grease, and the rest just goes into the chicken and the batter.
It's kind of like a, I had it. It was chicken.
Yeah, and while it's good that they keep the juice inside, this is a lot of juice.
Maybe too much
You
juice.
squeeze it and it just pours out. So,
Juicy as chicken.
but it does have a bit more flavour than the one I just had. But I'd probably still give that a
6?
I was going to say 5.
Ooh.
I'm going to give it a 5.
Gonna give it a 6.
Okay,
It's
so-
nice. But we're still not near the Colonel. Especially on his birthday. you know?
Yeah, it'd be quite sad actually if the Colonel on his birthday doesn't actually win. But the two big contenders that people normally would think of are 7-Eleven and Family Mart, and so this is going to kind of be I think we'll do 7-Eleven because
Let's
I've
do
not
7-Eleven.
tried this yet. One of the things about convenience stores in Japan is that the most of them, interestingly not the mini stock one, the bags are actually made so that you can kind of cut them in half, just tear them open and not get your hands greasy. And according to this bag, 7 Fresh Food is the brand, not a brand, it's
The brand.
the brand that provides you a delicious, freshly cooked taste.
I love that it's in quotes.
Yeah.
I love that it's in quotes.
Why is it in quotes? Maybe it's not freshly cooked, but we shall see. The
There's
bag-
less batter.
Yeah, the bag opened really quickly.
Yeah.
This batter looks really different as well.
Okay.
This is a lot more chicken. Like this is a chunky piece of chicken. Mainly white, a bit of red in there by the looks of it. There's almost no flavour whatsoever in the batter at all.
Oh.
It's not what I'd normally associate with fried chicken, being a batter, actually. It's more like what you might have on a chicken nugget that you buy at a supermarket. And it costs very, very little money. But the chicken inside...
It feels fresher, at least for me.
Mm.
I get the freshly cooked.
Maybe it shouldn't be in inverted commas. Maybe it just is the freshly cooked brand.
And that is just suspicious, And because the bag just tells it to you over and over
Yeah.
again.
Over and over and over again. This is freshly cooked.
Freshly
This
cooked.
is freshly cooked.
Fresh. I feel like they're gaslighting me,
So I think for the chicken itself, I'd give this a solid 8. There's a lot in there for what you pay,
But they could do better with the batter.
but it just doesn't have much flavour at all. It's very, very moist, but it's not greasy. And so
And that is good.
I'm probably going to give this a solid 7.
I'm thinking a 7 as well.
Not quite the 8 that I gave to KFC,
But we're getting close.
but we're getting close.
And hopefully with the next one,
Hopefully, Family Mart.
we'll reach.
Will it have the flavour of Lawson's, but without the grease, and the chicken goodness of...
I'm hoping the comfort of
7-Eleven.
this is going to just take it over the hill.
Yeah. So the church which we've been ministering at, and I'll be for many years now, is kind of just outside the city outskirts of Hidosaki, and it's about a 7-10 minute walk to head into Hidosaki, and just as you head over the bridge into the city proper, that's where there is a Family Mart, and so it is the very convenient convenience store.
Yes. It's our go-to place when we need a break,
And they suddenly win on the packaging because it's got yellow, and yellow's a great colour, and all the others are just kind of bland.
You immediately see it, and you're like, yeah, that's...
That's
And
Family
they also win in naming, because it's called Famichiki,
Famichiki.
which I like.
Yeah. Famichiki o kudasai.
Hitotsu kudasai.
Futatsu.
That's a... Zenbu!
Always 2. Always order 2, not 1, because protein's important.
Yes. Alright.
I just think this is better.
Flavor is better.
This has more flavor than any of the other convenience stores. It feels like it has more red meat than 7-Eleven. Probably not quite as much, but I don't think it's far
I wish
off.
it had more meat.
A little more meat, but
But the
quite-
flavor is great.
It's quite a big piece.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as thick, but
And the thing I like about this one is that they sell it with little like buns. You can get a bun for like 70 yen and just combine them. And the bun has like mayo inside of it, so it's all ready to go.
I think that actually has more flavor than KFC.
It's very close. Does it have more?
We're about to find out because we're going to try some of the
Yes,
Colonel's
we need to go back to
birthday day chicken, but I think it has a bit more flavor.
We need to go back
Back to the start.
before I give this a score. Some medicine.
There's a vending machine for Dr. Pepper just around the corner from the church. Or it used to have Dr. Pepper until I bought all of it in the past month.
They have not restocked it.
Not yet.
They're not aware that their demand has gone like sky high.
The amount of Dr. Pepper which is being drunk in Hirosaki has increased 4,000% in the
Yes.
past month.
Yes.
It's not a very
Studies
common,
say
it's not a common drink in Japan.
no. I don't really see it a lot.
Oh wow, this
Ooh.
is a chunking piece of chicken.
That is the piece.
I went to the zoo on Mount Iwaki, and they had a chicken there which was genuinely the size of my torso. It was the largest chicken I had ever seen, and you could tell that it knew that it was just so much bigger and greater than all the other chickens in the enclosure. Because
I
of
mean,
its
if I
size.
was that big, I would just parade around.
Okay, let's go. I think the challenge is that the chicken in all of the convenience store stuff is different parts of a chicken kind of put together. It's not like a puree chicken nugget or something disgusting. It is actually still fresh chicken, but they're taking a bit of white meat, a bit of red meat, putting it together, battering it.
Yeah.
This is fresh chicken off the bone, and so there's no doubt that the chicken itself tastes better than
Yes.
any of this chicken.
Yes.
I'd say probably 7-Eleven comes closest to being the chicken itself being,
To the chicken itself,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the fresh taste. Yes.
but then it just doesn't taste of anything else, and chicken on its own doesn't really taste of anything.
And I think
Well-
this is so good. Like, yes, the quality of chicken, but you know, the spices kind of like lended a pretty good base. Like flavor, it might have less. Actually, I think you might be right.
I think it does. I think it's less flavor in KFC in Japan than there is in Family Mart.
But there's a lot of spices that kind of like lend it. It's very nice. Which yeah, I'm not changing. This is an 8.
This is an 8, but
Do we want to say it's a 9?
I think I probably just want to say that because of the convenience and the price, I'd be tempted to say that Family Chicken is actually an 8 as well.
I'll be okay with that.
It's not better,
No.
but you're comparing like professional fried chicken from a restaurant dedicated to it
Yes.
to a 220 yen piece of chicken that you buy at a corner shop. And for that 220 yen, I think this is
Absolutely.
great.
And it's just more difficult to get to KFC. Like Family Mart, there's one in every corner.
Yeah, pretty much. And the only reason we went to the KFC was not because we knew it was the Colonel's birthday and we wanted to honor him, but actually it was just that it was opposite Don Quixote, which we happened to decide we wanted to go to, and then kind of regretted because it was so overwhelming. We got headaches. Just
Yes,
all the lights
yes.
and all the
It
sound.
was way too much.
And
It was
all the
like
music.
a concentrated version of all that you think Japan is. That's the store that's responsible for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But that was the only reason. Like I don't know where other KFCs are. I don't know where to get them.
Yeah,
Like, maybe you can call them, but
I think there's 2 McDonald's in Hirosaki.
yeah.
One
But
KFC.
I
maybe?
can just get this on the way home
Yeah.
every single day. Which
You
I
might
shouldn't.
do it again today.
I might do that today.
So I think we're probably saying that KFC and Family Chicken They're kind of different, but they're up there at 8s. And then we've got 7-Eleven, close runner-up. And then we've got, it was Lawson, I believe.
Yes.
And then
we got Mini Stop.
At
the end.
I mean, they were both not great, to be honest. Those two were.
I mean, now we don't want to go back to those.
No. I'm not saying it's going to go to waste because protein should never go to waste.
Oh yeah.
But nonetheless, not the greatest.
You should add a disclaimer that the staff enjoyed the meal after the show.
Yeah. All the calories were consumed and later burnt in one way or another. Well, it's been good to share this experience with you. It's a bit different to some of the other videos that I've been doing. One of the next videos you'll be seeing soon will be the apartment tour and also some other things about ministry that I'm up to. But I'm not the only person who actually shares about life and ministry and things, because Luigi actually has a podcast in Spanish, Espanol. So if you know Spanish, which some of you do, what is your podcast?
Absolutely. Well, it's a podcast I started just over 3 years ago. I just turned 3 years old. I'm a baby still, but it's been doing it every single week.
Yep.
It's been very challenging. It's a devotional style, 10 to 15 minutes of, just whatever we can think of. Because the Bible is so big and it's so profound, it's so deep, that wherever you dive, you find a lot of treasures. So it's geared towards people who want something a bit different, to kind of like supplement your church life, your devotional life, to get a bit closer to God. The name is Mesila, which is the Spanishization of the Latin word of the Hebrew word for road. So the idea is kind of like taking the boulders away from the road, so it's easier for people to get to know God.
Apologetic style.
Yeah, it's very fun. Right now I'm doing a series on judges, just finding weird and stories about judges and talking about them for a little bit every Tuesday.
You including Judge Dredd?
I'm gonna have to make another, be like Judges 2.
Judges 2,
The
Judge
Reckoning.
Dredd.
It's just gonna be all about him.
Apocalypse version. Well, hopefully you're all doing well back in the UK. I really wish that the UK had convenience stores like this. It would make life so much easier. I mean, there's one kind of like in every little town. Almost feels like almost every village almost has one. And so why wouldn't you want a 24-hour shop which sells usually very good, sometimes not amazing, fried chicken? Well, thanks for keeping up to date with me and following me on this vlog. And we'll bring you some more news from my life as a missionary here in Japan as I settle in and start ministry and start language learning a lot more. And also just what is life like living in Japan. God bless, saints.